I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but it has officially been more than 5 years that I've been on YouTube. This video is actually a little bit late. I meant to do it in January because on January 3rd, 2018, it was officially my 5-year anniversary since I created my channel and uploaded my first video. What? Like 5 years of my life has been on YouTube. I asked you guys quite a while ago. I think I gave you the option of a Q&A or a 5-year anniversary video, I think were the options. And the Q&A won, so I ended up doing the Q&A, but a lot of people commented and said, I really want you to do something for your 5-year as well. So even though it's a little bit late now, I know it's been over a month, but I kind of wanted to celebrate anyway. I mean, you don't hit a 5-year anniversary on something like this every day. So I found this tag that Zoella had created. I believe she was the first one to do it. And it's called the YouTube Show and Tell tag. And it's sort of just, it goes back through your history of YouTube, asks you some like questions about why you started and your first video and stuff like that. So I thought this is a perfect way to celebrate my 5-year and hopefully not embarrass myself too much, because this does include showing a little clip of the very first video I uploaded. So yeah, I haven't watched that for 5 years. So we're gonna find out how embarrassing this is gonna be. Before I get started with this tag, I do just wanna say a huge thank you to you guys for subscribing, for sticking around for however long you've been here, whether it's been 5 years or 5 days. I think I'd be doing it, you know, even if I had 2 subscribers after 5 years, but it does make it so much more encouraging when, you know, I know that I'm gonna post a video and I'm gonna get views, I'm gonna get comments from amazing people who love the same stuff as I do. I just wanna say thank you. So yes, I'm gonna stop being sappy now and get into the questions. The first question is, why and when did you start YouTube? I started January 3rd, 2013, and I started because, well, a few different reasons. Firstly was that I've been watching YouTube for a really long time and I really kind of just wanted to start. And another reason is that I'm a writer, I always have been, and I was just finding it so frustrating. I loved novel writing and that was my main focus, and it still is, but I just wanted something a bit more short form. I wanted to be able to create something a bit faster and get it out into the world a bit faster. Second question, what was the reason you started your channel and how does that compare to why you make videos today? So I kind of just basically answered the reason I started my channel, and how it compares with why I make videos today. I would say it's pretty much exactly the same. I'm still writing novels, but I'm loving the fact that I can create stuff a bit faster and have a connection with people who like the same things that I do. I think community is a huge reason why I liked the idea of YouTube, why I started, and why I've continued, because I get to immediately reach out to you, to someone who I might never have known otherwise. Obviously there's stuff like blogs and Twitter and Instagram and stuff, but there's something a bit more personal about actually being able to talk to you guys with my own voice and to be able to watch other people with their own voices and see their faces. It's much more personal. Question 3 is, what is the first video you ever uploaded? Show us a clip. So the first video I ever uploaded was a channel intro. I'm not really sure that's a thing people do at the beginning of their channel. Maybe it is still, I don't know. But it's a 34-second video I'm seeing now. And if I remember right, it's literally just me saying hi and what I kind of wanted to talk about. And that's where I started. So let's give this a watch. I'm kind of scared actually.
Hey guys, I'm Andrea. I am an avid writer and reader. This is my channel where I'm going to read books, review books,
what is that
talk
voice?
about books, just pretty much geek out on books.
That is something, I basically made my channel to talk about books primarily. Part of that was because obviously I love books, I've always loved books, and I had just graduated with a lit degree, so I basically read all the time, all day, every day. And part of that was also because that was my comfort zone. And I think as I got more comfortable with YouTube and with putting my face on the internet, that's when I started branching off, and that's why now I talk about books some, but I talk about a whole lot of other things that I love.
I love taking suggestions on what to read, recommended to me by friends, by teachers, by random people on the internet.
Okay, we're gonna stop there. Did you hear that voice? What is that voice? I was living at my parents' and I would record in my room, but it wasn't super soundproof, so I don't think I realized how quietly I was talking. And I have a pretty quiet voice anyway, just naturally, so it sounded like I was like constantly whispering in my earlier videos. Anyway, yes, that is my very first video, and that is also why my channel name is Books and Brew, because books and coffee were the 2 things that I really started with. Who was the first person you subscribed to? I have been trying to figure this out because I was reading through the questions and that was kind of a curiosity, so I spent the morning trying to figure this out. But apparently YouTube has changed the feature or something, I don't know, but I cannot figure out who the first person I subscribed to was, because the way it's showing up now, it's showing my, like, the oldest one or the lowest one on the list as someone I know for a fact I met through YouTube. It's actually someone I know in person. So that is definitely not accurate, but I believe one of the first people I subscribed to and one of the first people I watched regularly was Ryan Higa. Question 5, what is your least favorite video you have ever uploaded? I think for the most part, I like all of the videos I've uploaded, if not because of their content or because of their quality, just because, I don't know, I put the effort into them. There was a reason why I did it. Even the ones I've unlisted and privated, I'm still proud of them for what they are and for the effort that I put into them. But I think I did a video a long time ago, I can't remember the exact title, and it was something generic about like things that I liked about spring or something. I think the reason I dislike it so much, and I've always felt like why did I do that, was because it was the very first video I made because I felt like I needed to get a video up that week. I didn't have necessarily an upload schedule when I first started out, but I was definitely really trying to get regular videos and trying to do them every week. And I kind of remember the reason I did that one was because I'd seen other people talk about stuff like seasonal things and seasonal favorites and things like that. And I'd seen, you know, those did okay. And it wasn't something I was really passionate about. It wasn't something that fit with my channel necessarily. And I'm okay with branching out from what fits with my channel, but only if it's something that I really want to do. And yeah, it was the first time that I did something because I felt like I needed to make a video. It didn't matter what the content was, I need a video. What is your most popular video and why do you think that is? Okay, let's see here. I think I know what this is gonna be. Yep, okay, so my most viewed video still is Confessions of an American in England. And I published this one July 19th, 2014. So it's been a very long time. It has 544,000 views. That was when I had, I think, I don't know, 1,500 subscribers maybe. It just, I don't know, the algorithms took it and made it soar. And it was also the very first video where I got a lot of criticism. It's where my sort of introduction to YouTube hate came in, because up until that point, almost every one of my comments had been positive and almost every one of my comments had been from subscribers. And this one reached a lot of trolls. I say that and the ratio is still mostly good with a sliver of bad. It was just a lot more bad than I was used to encountering. How many videos do you have privated or unlisted? All right, how do I find this out? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 unlisted. That's more than I realized, actually. Privated, I have 2. Well, I have 3, but one of them is my video that's coming out. Well, you've already seen it. It was my video in French. So quite a few, actually, but most of them are older videos, and the only reason I privated or unlisted them was not because I was embarrassed of them, but because they don't really reflect what my channel is now or who I am now. Question 9, which YouTuber would you choose above the rest in your subscription box at the moment? There are a few that I'm watching quite regularly now, but I think the one that is kind of sticking out to me at the moment is Carrie Hope Fletcher. And you guys know I'm a big fan of Carrie and I've been watching her for a very long time, and just recently in January, every day in January, she uploaded a video, and all of the, I'm pretty sure all of the monetization from those videos went to charity. I have watched every single one of her videos, so 31 days of Carrie Hope Fletcher, and I'm a really big fan of what she does. She's a singer, a musician, and a writer, and a YouTuber, and I just feel like we have a ton in common, which is why I love her videos. Who would be your dream collaboration? And I think the way this question was meant was sort of not just YouTube, but anybody in the world, basically. I hate to just repeat what I've just said, but Carrie Hope Fletcher I think would be amazing. I feel like we have a ton of things in common. We could talk about so many things. I've met her in person. She's extremely nice. She's extremely personable, and yeah, I just think she would make a really, really great collaboration. What was the hardest video for you to film? This is actually fairly easy because it's one that I made not too long ago, and it's the one that I did all in French. Obviously now I've made 2 videos all in French, but the very first one that I made, I think by far has been the most challenging thing I've done for YouTube. There are a lot of reasons why I think it was, but primarily speaking French to the camera is very different from speaking English to the camera. I don't know why, I can't really explain. Another reason it was hard was because I tried really hard to be completely off script. Obviously I had like bullet point notes of things I wanted to talk about like I do for most of my videos, but I did not script it word for word because I wanted it to be natural. Also, I didn't want to make mistakes because I knew I would have to be watching this video back to edit it, and people would be watching this video for weeks, months, maybe even years to come, and you know, whatever mistakes I made, were out there permanently, you know? But overall, it was definitely worth the effort. If all your videos but one were deleted, which one would you keep? This is really hard. I'm so actually paranoid about losing files of any sort. I have multiple copies of things because I don't want things to be deleted. I think as much time and effort as I put into all of my regular vlogs, I think it would still have to be one of my music videos. And that's just because I put so much effort into those. I think out of all my videos, those were the most time consuming, and I prepared the most for them in advance, and it's also just, it's a very personal part of me. I got to combine my love for writing with my love for music. I got to play violin. I also got to try and play guitar, even though I know I can't really play guitar that well. And I got to sing. Question 13, what is the best thing to have come out of creating a YouTube account? There are lots of things that I think I've benefited from. I get to create. It's definitely pushed me in my creativity. Ever since I started until now, I have learned stuff from YouTube. I've branched out, I've gotten inspired. But I think the thing that kind of tops all of them is just the connections that I've made. I know everybody says it, but it's just so true. So many of my in real life friends now are people I've met through YouTube, and they are the coolest people, and people that I never probably would have had the chance to interact with were it not for YouTube. And even those of you who I've never been able to meet before, and maybe I never will, just the fun interactions we're able to have in the comments and on different platforms. Maybe we're in totally different parts of the planet, but we're able to have a connection, and it's amazing. And the last question is, what one piece of advice would you give to other YouTubers? I think this is perhaps more relevant than ever, although to be honest, there's always been ups and downs throughout my entire 5 years and before on YouTube. But I think just to not get too caught up in all of the changes and all the algorithms. I mean, obviously follow those if you want to try and maximize, you know, your video reach and everything. But at the end of the day, don't get too caught up in the details and the things that you can't control, and just focus on the fun that you can have with your own channel. No matter what kind of videos you're making, no matter what your reasons behind making videos are, just stay genuine to yourself and stay genuine to why you want to make videos and why you like them, and stay creative above everything, and just don't worry about the other stuff because you can't control it. Ever since I've started YouTube, and like I said, long before even that, YouTube has been changing, expectations have been changing, and at the end of the day, you know, the best YouTubers, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion, are just the people who continue to be themselves no matter what. So there you have it. I got sappy again. I knew I would at the end of this, but there is the YouTube show and tell tag, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Sort of a little celebration of my 5 years by going back through all those things from the past 5 years. I've definitely changed a lot, like anybody else in 5 years. I've gone from a 20-year-old girl to a 25-year-old woman. Sometimes still sort of feel like a 20-year-old girl, but I've grown a lot, and my channel has grown a lot. My interests have grown a lot. But the one thing that is not gonna change, no matter how many cats and dogs I end up getting, is that I'm going to keep YouTubing until YouTube dies, but we're not gonna think about that. All right, I'm going to wrap up this video now because Hamlet says so. He wants me to play with him, I think. Like I said before, just a huge thank you to everyone who's been subscribed. If you want to let me know in the comments below how long you've been subscribed, that would be really interesting for me to know. And I would also like to know, even if you're not a vlogger, who would be your dream collaboration? Anybody in the world, doesn't have to be a YouTuber. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.